This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
So somebody recently reached out. So we send out these awesome newsletters that provide a lot of information for home buying, home selling, a lot of hacks. And in these newsletters, and if you aren't receiving the newsletters, just reach out to us at madeformorerealty.com. We'd be happy to add you onto those. But if you're also just listening to the show, we're always trying to find people who answer questions that people have.
Sure.
And so a gal named Susan recently reached out, and she had a very interesting question. And so she's potentially a first-time home buyer, and she's trying to figure out what makes better sense financially for her situation. So being a first-time home buyer, she's trying to figure out, would it make more sense to pay cash for a car and have less money to put down on a home, or should she get a car payment and have more money to put down on that home?
That's a good question.
Right?
My initial reaction would be car loans are just bad. It just seems like whatever kind of contract you sign, you've heard from Uncle Dave Ramsey.
I was going to say, you looked like Dave Ramsey when you said that.
It's just, it seems like all the advice that you hear from any financial expert, they always say, don't get into a car loan situation. Yeah. And especially if you're buying a house, I mean, that would be my initial thought is get the car done and paid for. It's one less payment, because I would assume that with a first-time home buyer, there's all kinds of support and assistance with that.
Yeah, so great point on the down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. There's tons of programs out there that our lender JJ Mack with American Pacific Mortgage offer. They have tons of fantastic programs. And by the way, when you get these down payment assistance programs, there's no taxes on the money. Like, it's just a silent second on the home, and then it would have to get repaid, or there's some type of a repayment plan when you sell the home. So it's getting you in the house, you're building equity. That way you're no longer stuck in whatever situation you're in, and you're able to buy that house that you're looking to purchase. So there are tons of programs, down payment assistance galore. But let's say you're in this process and you're trying to figure out, hey, should I pay cash or should I finance? A couple things I'd want to look at. One, do you need to buy the car now, or is this something you're just thinking about in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months? If you're able to put off buying the car, then let's do that. Let's take that off. Let's just wait. We don't need to do that right now. Now, if you need to buy it immediately and you're out shopping for a home, what you need to figure out is, because people don't buy the house. They don't buy the purchase price. They buy the payment.
Right.
And if you are pre-approved for $3,000 a month, $3,500 a month, $4,000 a month, whatever it is, and your car payment is now going to be $600 a month, well, that's going to impact that monthly payment that you're not able to qualify for.
Right.
And so you just really need to sit down and figure out what that looks like.
But I'm sure the thought process in her head, Susan, right?
Susan.
I always thought it was a good thing to have a larger down payment, because that would lower my monthly payment.
It would, but you're talking 20% down, right? It's going to save you some money on mortgage insurance, maybe $100, $200, maybe $300 a month. So it might save you that car payment, but really it's not going to move the needle a whole lot in terms of your monthly payment, because you're still financing the other 80% of the home. Mm-hmm. And the interest rate is typically much lower
than a car payment, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Susan.
So your advice for Susan would be what?
So my advice for Susan would, one, talk to JJ Mack team and figure out the different options, because they have a special tool that will plug in, hey, here's what your monthly expenses would be if you put less money down and bought the car cash. Like what? Because are we talking about a $2,000 car? Are we talking about a $100,000 car?
Right.
There's a lot of variables here. So figure out what that would look like versus, hey, we're going to finance the car. This is what the estimated car payment's going to be, and this is how much more money we're able to put down on the home. But before you do anything, Susan, reach out to the JJ Mack team and figure out what that looks like, because as soon as you run your credit with a car company, that's going to impact your it's going to impact your credit, and that may impact your credit score. And also, if you go and get that car, that's going to impact your monthly.
Right. Or, get some exercise. Get a new bicycle.
Get an e-bike.
Yeah, there you go. Get an e-bike. They go up to what, 35 miles an hour?
I don't know, but those look cool.
Yeah. We were at Huntington Beach a few months ago, and Newport Beach, sorry, and everybody had an e-bike on that boardwalk. Everybody. It's the thing. And I've considered taking one to work, you
live close enough where you could e-bike?
No, probably not. It would take me about an hour or so.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't
in the heat, in the rain, thank you.
And early in the morning when it's dark outside.
Yeah.
But still, I think it's a great question. Do you absolutely need a new vehicle right now?
And
then Dave Ramsey always says, look at a used vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
There's great deals on used vehicles.
Yeah. So I would prioritize getting into the home if that's what you're wanting to accomplish.
Yeah.
I would prioritize that over the car. The car is going to be there because a lot of buyers are sitting on the fence, and they're wanting to purchase later once interest rates go down. But the problem is, if interest rates go down, there's going to be a flurry of activity that comes to the market. Sellers are going to be putting their homes on the market, and buyers are going to come out of the woodwork. And now you're going to have more competition for the same home, and you're probably going to pay more for that same home because of that increased competition.
Right.
So if you're really wanting to save money, now is the time to purchase before competition increases in spring of 25.
Absolutely. Again, if they have questions, how do they reach out?
Yeah, just Google Made for More Realty. You can find us online. We have more Google reviews than anybody, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.